All right, so I got a little reaction coming at y'all real quick, man. I just seen this sister TikTok, man, and I want to get my opinion on it. I done seen this conversation multiple times. I just want to get my opinion on it. So let's get into it.
Okay, y'all. So last night, me and my sister was talking about different scenarios, hypothetical scenarios, and we came across one that we didn't agree on. Now, in the end, she didn't have an answer for it, but then she also didn't like my answer. How does that work? But it's whatever, because now I want to know y'all opinion. Okay, so this is the scenario. Imagine you're married. You and your husband have been together for 2 years. It's a loving marriage, ain't nothing wrong with it. Well, y'all have been trying for a baby, and then one day you get pregnant, and then your husband asks you for a DNA test. As the wife in that situation, what's your next move? What do you do? In case anybody was wondering what my answer was I'm going to be offended. I'll give you a test if you feel like you need it, but why do you feel like you need it? We're gonna have to go to marriage counseling or something because there is a fundamental issue in our marriage. You don't trust me, and that's a big problem. That's my what's y'all's answer?
Now, I agree with you. I
Issue.
understand, like, cause if I was a woman, I would feel some type of way, especially if I wasn't doing anything with somebody else. But this is my issue that I had with it. You know what I'm saying? Coming from a brother's point of view, and this is why we got to get the brothers back into the biblical way of doing things according to the scriptures. If you felt like you needed to ask her for a DNA test, that means you supposed to be it's stuff that's been going on that you ain't been correcting. It's stuff that's been going on that you ain't said nothing about. You just been letting shit fester. Then you wait till a baby pop out. Now you want to ask for a DNA test. This conversation should have been had a long time ago. You don't just you know what I'm saying. I feel like that's the wrong way to do that because if you're gonna wait till the baby get there, you should have did it secretly. You know what I'm saying? You just go to the nurse like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I would like to get a DNA test on the baby. Um, you know what I'm saying? Just do that privately. You know what I'm saying? If you waited till the baby got there, you got to do it a different way than just coming right out. Now you want to confront somebody. You should have been doing that the whole relationship because you don't just up one day and be like, oh yeah, let's get a DNA test. Is you've been holding on to stuff for a minute and you ain't said nothing. That was Adam's problem in Genesis. You got to say something, man. You can't just let the shit fester. You got to say something. But it is a lot of brothers out here because a lot of women don't like to admit it. But women sneaky, man. Women sneaky, man. A sister be out here, you will never suspect the shit. You will never suspect it. Women got an aura of innocence, man. Like you, like especially if she cute, she look, you know what I'm saying. She real ditzy and stuff like that. You will never expect that shit. There's dudes out here right now raising children that they never expected ain't they kids. But for advice for the brothers that feel like this, you want to get a DNA test on your old lady, it's stuff you should have been correcting and saying something about as it was happening. Don't wait till the baby get there to now, oh, I want a DNA test. Because there's something that's been on your mind for a long time that you ain't said nothing about. You got to get out of that, man. You got to get out of that. You got to be able to rebuke and correct things. You ain't got to be rah mad all the time, but just speak your mind, say what you got to say, get it off your chest, and I promise you'll be a lot less stressed out. I promise. You'll be a whole lot less stressed out. You ain't got to fuss, you ain't got to argue. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to, you know what I'm saying? Just say what you got to say. But springing this on somebody like late like this, you finna cause an issue, bro. You finna cause a bigger issue than you would have had if you would have been correcting that shit a year ago, a year and a half ago. You know what I'm saying? When you first started seeing little signs that made you feel some type of way, you probably had the balls to say something like, "Hold up, sis, come here right quick. Let me talk to you for a second." You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be on no rah rah. You know what I'm saying? Punching tables and shit. Just say what you gotta say. Get it off your chest. Use a little salt. You know what I'm saying? Season your words with a little salt, and you'll get your point across. And the things that she might be doing that might make you feel some type of way, if she don't correct those things, you know how to move accordingly. You gotta move and do things a little bit different. But it is what it is. I know the sisters gonna feel, you know what I'm saying? I know the sisters feel some type of way about these type of situations, but I know for a fact, some of the women that be going the hardest about this and they don't come back down to the trust issues and shit like that, they be out here fucking around on their man. It is what it is.